Why, hello, YouTube! Greetings from the LazyEyebrowReviewer to my final review of 1080p reviews! Well, that was short. So to end things off, I figured what better way to do so than by having a non-Transformers review. Yeah, figure that one out. I'm sure I'm with logic today. Regardless, let's dive in! This is the review for the Figma Samus, and while I'm not a fan of the game this power suit is based off of, I do like Samus, and the game that shall not be named itself will be for another review.
You do mean the other M, right?
Oi! I said shall not be named! Besides, I like to really think of this as the Figma Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U Samus. Thank you, FL Joe, I now feel proud of owning this thing. So first things first, it comes in a box, and it is a nice box, and on the back it shows you the things we shall be talking about in this review, but let's not dwell on that. So Samus! Samus is an impressive figure with glossiness and shininess all over her. Metroid is honestly one of my favorite game series, as some of you may have noted either from playing against me on Smash, watching my Let's Play channel, or just know me personally, or perhaps all three. Either way, I'm totally digging this figure despite being from the game that shall not be named.
You mean other M?
Moving on. I love the poses this figure can pull off, to be honest. Most of them look pretty epic, and mainly consist of pointing and shooting, and surprisingly stays pretty balanced despite the tiny human-like feet one would find on a Samus. This, of course, does take some fiddling with the feet to get it to work. And oh, the detail on this thing. Let's start with the helmet. The helmet features a shiny red finish with panel lines and air tubes all over this thing, totally nailing the look of the helmet. While the visor is not see-through, nor does it have a faint Samus painted on it, the glossy reflective nature of the green is just plain awesome. The chest is painted in the same awesome red color and it totally shines, bouncing off the light just right. Then of course the green lines, which are a different color from the visor, and that makes it really pop out. I do wish these were just painted on instead of being painted inside indents. I mean, so help me, I would totally paint these over and replace it with Super Metroid-esque chest lines. Same goes with the shoulders. Like, where are the shoulder spikes that were so prominently featured in the other games? Like, you know why I liked Metroid Prime Samus model? It was big and bulky without looking too bulky. The thing just inspired fear. Like, you didn't care who was in it, male or female, you did not want to go up against that thing. This suit and these shoulders went for a more sleek, feminine design, which, when I look at, makes me think, oh, false alarm, it's just someone in a spacesuit with a gun for an arm. Oh, maybe that was her tactic. Look less menacing, and then when you least expect it, pounce on the victim. Except, when should she ever do that in the game that shall not be named?
You mean other M?
Yes, we get it. I meant other M. Move on. On the back, we see some excellent detail on the thrusters, which I'm super grateful they took this much time to get it right. The waist looks awesome even though it has a torso joint. It really does look more like panel lines on her suit. Here's something I don't get though. What was the suit made of? Is it some sort of flexible bulletproof material in the waist, or is it just durable metal plating? Because obviously in the game she has waist flexibility. I mean, look at the intro from Metroid Prime. Oh well. Gun looking a lot like the Fusion arm cannon, which doesn't make sense to me at all, seeing as how she had her Super Metroid suit in the intro to Fusion. Gun and all. Stupid retconning jerks. Thanks a lot, Sakamoto. Okay, calm down. That's a whole other review. Okay, let's move on. Legs and hips have been pretty awesomely designed so that they can bend in a whole range of ways without breaking up her aesthetic. And the design of the legs is pretty stellar too. Right down to the hands and the way they move. And since we're on that, let's cover articulation. Head is on a ball joint for an okay amount of range. As mentioned before, there's also a pretty good ball joint in the torso for all sorts of extra posing options. Gimped shoulder pads are on an entirely separate ball joint from the arms, which is good because that doesn't hinder in any way the ball jointed shoulders. Biceps swivel, elbows bend at about 110 degrees, hands swivel and rotate back and forth to get probably the best hand articulation I've ever seen in a figure this small. Rivaling drift, of course. Hips are on a ball joint, as in the ankle for some side-to-side and up-and-down movement. Not to mention the awesome toe joint. And of course an awesome bending knee. All of which makes for some amazing poses like those found earlier, and these ones too, like crouching. Staring all menacingly with her hand on her arm cannon, and then looking and seeing someone, and then firing. Which reminds me, she comes with accessories. The first of which is a single gunshot that's pink. Okay. Not too sure what was with the decision to ditch yellow, but alright. Same goes with the two-shot, both pink and not even a wave being pink. My question is, why no charge shot? That seems like a pretty necessary accessory to me. Like you could reenact the 2006 Brawl trailer when she becomes Zero Suit, or just having an epic charging moment or something. Either way, I'm confused. Because of that, and because she can hold her gunshots like swords. Because that makes sense. Oh, maybe it's a home run bat. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. The other cool thing she can do with her gun is pop the tip out and then replace it with a tip that opens up and shoots missiles. Epic! Now where's the missiles? You mean that's it? The pink gunshot? But why would you include a missile cannon attachment if you weren't going to... Oh, that's just lame! Give me all these goodies and then forget her most iconic ones while making the power shot pink? Who designed this thing? Sakamoto himself? I miss Gunpei. Anyway, back to accessories. One of which is a holder full of hands. And this is sort of a first for me. Sort of, as in the last time a figure could do this, he only had one extra hand, and that was Iron Man. Hands included here are a full open hand, a hand with fingers together, a loose fist for holding things, a tight fist for punching things, and a thumbs up for saying, "See you next mission," or a thumbs down for some weird, stupid, overdramatic backstory telling in a game which shall not be named.
You mean other M?
Shall not be named! Other poses included are waving goodbye, like goodbye game that shall not be named. You have fun sitting on the Best Buy used shelf. Waving like the queen, like she's the queen of awesome games, unless we're talking about the game that shall not be named.
Metroid Other M.
Just don't even mention that game. It isn't worth it.
It's a good game.
Moving on. Or how about shooting pose? She shot pink ice beam because every beam is pink and Samus totally just grabbed it out of the cannon. Or being in an explosion, being stranded in space and then having to hitchhike home.
Warning. The structural integrity field has collapsed.
So yes, the amount of posability and articulation in this model are pretty stinking awesome. I've never seen a character with this much expressiveness in the articulation, and I am blown away. Now on to my favorite part. Through experimentation, I've discovered that Samus here is actually a transformer. How cool is that? So, to get her into her alt mode, all you have to do is this. First, scrunch her head down into her chest. Position the arms at her sides, and then scrunch her up as much as you can into a ball. And then give up because this thing isn't going to work. Cast her aside and then put her alt mode down, which is in fact a morph ball. So yes, Samus does indeed come with her morph ball as an accessory. It's a pretty styling little morph ball. But for a ball, one side is in fact heavier than the other, so it always wants to roll away during stop motion, which is kind of a pain. So to fix this, we're going to plug it into a stand. Yes, Samus comes with a stand for the more tricky poses, like say a morph ball jumping, or how about jumping and shooting in midair, backflipping and shooting, doing a Superman pose, or jumping in midair about to do a somersault. Take your pick. Other posability features things like Samus up taunt, side taunt, and down taunt. So this has been the review for Figma Samus figure from the game that shall not be named. This is one awesome figure, from the articulation to the plastic quality to the colors used. I love this figure 95%. I would love it more, however, if it was based on the Super Metroid or Metroid Prime Power suit, but 95% will have to do for now. And from what I've seen of Link, I might want to get him too. Now, if they made a Captain Falcon of this quality, I would be pretty stinking ecstatic, and you know I would have that on my shelf. Maybe a Fox too, but we'll just take things one step at a time for now. Anyway, this has been my final review for a resolution of 1080p. Thank you to Superhero, KH Ace, Shockwave514, Fuberdooge, T-Man978, Dark Matrix Studios, and my wife for all being a part of it. However, this is not the end of reviews. Next review will be on March 4th. Otherwise, I might be uploading stuff on the game channel that Moofy Space Jump Faceless Joe and I made a while back. I've been uploading stuff about Smash lately. Stuff like custom stage blueprints and controller lag comparisons and whatnot. You might even see reviews on things like the game that shall not be...
You mean other M?
This has been the Lazy Eyebrow Reviewer.
What?
Other M costs $80.
That's stupid.
Yeah,
I don't even know the game.
I know. It's horrible. It used to cost $40. Now it costs $80.
Why?
Now say, why can't you say other M? Why can't you just say other M?
Other M. What does the M stand for? Metroid?
I don't know.
Well, they should have explained that.
They never did.
That's dumb.
It is dumb. This game's retarded.
It doesn't explain anything what the M stands for. It stands for Metroid.
It could.
I think.
It could. Now just say the line. Why can't you say other M?
You just did. You said other M.
Why can't I say the game that can't be mentioned?
Mansion.
Mansion?
Mansion.
It's the game that shall
Sounds
not be
like
named.
Luigi's Mansion.
It shall not. It's just the game that shall not be named.
You said Luigi's
I'm
Mansion.
not going to call the rest of the name.
Mansion. Mansion.
The game that shall not be named is at
Mansion.
Walmart for $80.
Mansion.
The
Luigi's
game
Mansion.
that shall not be named is $80.
Why can't you say the name?
What name?
I don't know. You tell me.
The game that shall not be named is $80.
The game that doesn't explain what the M is for?
Yeah,
I believe it's for Metroid.
could be. The game is $80. The game, that otherness.
You almost said it.
I almost said
But
it.
now you need to say the other part.
I know. No, I'm not going to. Why don't you say it? No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say the name of the game.
Because I never played the game.
Yeah, I know you never played the game. We still have it.
Why?
It's on the hard drive.
Why?
Because it's on the hard drive.
Get rid of it. You hear this, fans? George still has the game.
The game that shall not be named.
What game is that, sweetie?
You tell me.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I never played it.
You tell me.
I play Smash Brothers. Not that game.
Just say the game. The game that shall not be named.
No.
Just say it.
No.
Say the line.
No.
Come on, say the line.
No.
My wife is camera shy. And it's a microphone, not even a camera. The game that shall not be named is $80.
What game is that? Donkey Kong?
The game that shall not be named.
But there's tons of games that shall not be named.
The game that shall not be named is $80 at Walmart.
What game is that?
Will you just say the line?
I know Smash Brothers is $80.
No, it's not. It's 60.
Okay, it's close enough.
Okay, just say the line.
You know, you're really blurry right now.
Yeah, because you're not wearing your glasses. Say the line.
No.
Say, newspapers.